Hey, Carl here and welcome to another tutorial in the Automotive Unreal Engine series. In previous episodes we rigged the car in Cinematic Car Rig, applied materials from Epic's Automotive Materials pack, built terrain in Gaia 2.0 and imported it to Unreal. Then we created landscape materials and in the last episode added forest and vegetation using procedural content generation. Wow, that's a lot! So what's on the agenda today? Today we're tackling what makes our scene and car look like $1,000,000. I'm talking of course about lighting. And this is where Ultra Dynamic Sky comes in. So what is it? It's a premium add-on from Epic Games Marketplace, costs $40. One blueprint that changes your entire sky, sun, clouds, fog, atmosphere with a single slider. Physically accurate, animatable, and saves you hours of messing with manual lighting. Let's dive in. Before you even drop it into your scene, you need to do one critical thing. And this is where almost every beginner makes the same mistake. You need to remove everything related to lighting in your scene. Directional light, delete it, skylight, everything goes in the trash. Why? Because Ultra Dynamic Sky manages all these elements internally. If you leave the old lighting, you'll have duplicates, a sky that won't update, and basically a three-ring circus. So first, we make room. Now head to the content browser, find the Ultra Dynamic Sky folder, and there's Ultra Dynamic Sky. Just drag that blueprint onto your level and done. Seriously, that's it. The system automatically creates all the necessary components. Sun, sky, clouds, fog. It's like buying IKEA furniture, except it's already assembled and working. Alright, let's play around with this a bit. Select that blueprint and check out the details panel. First and most important thing, time of day. One slider that controls sun position, sky color, fog density, light color, absolutely everything. Sun directly overhead gives us flat, harsh shadows. Not great. But if you set it to 17 or 18, that evening golden hour, you'll get long shadows, warm light and drama. Next control is cloud coverage. And here you have three main options. This gives you sharp reflections, high contrast, great for metallic paints on sports cars. Partial clouds. This is the safe choice. Heavy overcast. Dark, gloomy, there's atmosphere. Alright, sky mode. Ultra Dynamic Sky has several cloud systems to choose from. Volumetric 3D clouds. This is the best quality realistic depth in reflections on the body. Light rays through cloud breaks look spectacular. But, and this is a big but, it's performance heavy. Dynamic clouds. Good balance between quality and performance. Still gives nice reflections, recommended for real-time configurators. And static clouds are the lowest cost. They look good too, but if we're not planning to move them, maybe worth considering other solutions, like HDRI Backdrop. And this all plays nicely with project mode. For animations that require good quality, Cinematic is a must-have. Remember fog too. The higher the value, the closer we get to Silent Hill vibes. It's good to have some in the scene. It adds depth and separates your composition into planes. A good starting point is some low values. But that's not all. You can set how long a full day-night cycle should last. You can use default light settings or tell the program to simulate real sun, moon or even stars according to actual astronomy. And if you want physically accurate light depending on location on Earth, we have location presets with tons of cities to choose from New York to Tokyo. If you want to use volumetric fog, nothing easier. Just check that checkbox. If you want to increase your fog density, crank up that control. And if you're planning a desert animation and need some dust, volumetric fog comes from above, so we won't use that. But no problem at all, because we have the dust amount control here. And now we've got a sandstorm like in Mad Max. You can tweak the stars, sky variables, you can even fire up an evening aurora. Imagine a car standing under the northern lights. Instant epic portfolio shot. What about rendering in Path Tracer? Ultra Dynamic Sky thought of that too. Just click that checkbox. Default values are fine, but if you have powerful hardware and need even more detail, the scene is yours. As you can see, the plugin is loaded as hell. It has tons of controls just waiting for you to adjust them for your projects. Alright, now integration with what we already have. The workflow looks like this. First you set up the scene. We removed default lighting, added ultradynamic sky, configure time of day, play with clouds, add volumetric fog. You know, something that will look seriously nice and natural. And since we have animation in Sequencer, you can do something really cool. In Sequencer you keyframe not just the car animation driving along the spline from cinematic car rig, but also time of day in ultradynamic sky. Imagine this, the car drives through your PCG forest, Gaia terrain, and time changes from morning through noon to evening. This looks seriously amazing and you don't even need many keyframes. A few quick pro tips. Skylight in ultradynamic sky controls ambient lighting. For sunny days the standard value is fine, but for overcast scenes bump it up a bit to compensate for the weaker sun. And one more thing about performance. Volumetric 3D clouds are beautiful but expensive. If you're making a real-time configurator, better use 2D dynamic clouds. You'll save plenty of frames per second and the result will still look professional. It's like the difference between ultra settings and high settings in a game. Most people won't notice the difference, but your graphics card will really appreciate it. And again, what about Path Tracer? At this point, type path and check everything except the denoiser. There are much better tools on the market for this. Well, unless you're not planning to do anything else with this image. Then yeah, denoise always helps. Alright, now a dose of reality. Professional automotive studios, like the ones I've worked in, rarely use ultradynamic sky for final, high-end renders. Why? Because they need extreme control over every reflection on every body panel. Officially, Epic doesn't use ultradynamic sky. Instead they have manual lighting and environment light mixer. But, and this is important for most projects, especially if you're creating content for the internet, social media or client presentations, ultradynamic sky is more than sufficient and handles things much faster. If you need a hero shot that will be a key visual for a client and the budget allows for R&D, you go into every possible detail. If it's previz or a simple social media project, ultradynamic sky is more than great. And one last thing. Test everything. Check the entire day cycle in ultradynamic sky. See how the car looks at different times of day. Sometimes you'll discover that the time you weren't considering, like very early morning 7 o'clock, gives you exactly the mood you were looking for. It's like finding the right camera angle. You need to check all options before you decide. The most important thing you can do is study real automotive photography. The rules from photography translate one-to-one to Unreal. Ultradynamic sky is a powerful tool that can drastically speed up your workflow. Use it wisely as one of the tools in your toolbox. And that's it. If you enjoyed this tutorial, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time!